don't want to go to work because my boss is a jerk and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life because I don't feel alive and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for
Hello, guys. Thank you for coming back. This is Pinkie, the housewife. Thank you all for coming back to the second live. Thank you all. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get down to it. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get down to it. I'm trying to give everybody time to get in. Let me just go ahead and welcome, do the house rules first again. Let me just get that one out of the way. Thank you all for showing back up. Welcome to the Pink House. Make sure as you're coming in, you're hitting that like button coming in. I'm only showing this on one channel, casting this on one channel today, which is just Pinkie the Housewife right now. Okay, so hit that like button coming in because we got to get these likes up. And go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And better yet, if you want to really just do something for me and make me happy, go ahead. If you haven't subscribed to Pink Global, my second channel, go over to Pink Global. Look just like this, all capital letters, Pink space Global. It's not one word, Pink space Global. Okay, Pink Global. Go over there and subscribe to that channel so I can go ahead and get that one monetized. Let me go ahead and thank everybody for doing all those things and coming back as well. All right. Now, I got this thumbnail up. Okay. This thumbnail is very telling. This thumbnail here is very telling. What does this mean for you? I got to do. It something does. I was typing fast. So, okay, guys, you just overlook it. I was typing fast and didn't have time to go back and look. Okay, because then I typed it and drafted and went on to my room. Okay, so get myself ready. Still the same clothes, but I did wash my face and get me some ginger ale. Okay, what does this mean for you in terms of food costs or not having gas or not having the things that you need for your family to take care of your family, transportation, everything? What does this mean for you? Okay, as you can see, this is a scene at one of the big box stores, Costco. This is a scene from Costco, okay? Nothing against Costco. I love Costco. I'm a Costco member. I've been a Costco member. We've been a Costco member for over 20 years. So more than that, longer than that, probably before my kids was born. So what do this mean for you? People are in the grocery store stacking up on the eggs and anything else that they can get their hands on that's on that list that I read off to you. So that's what that means to you. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and drop my, let me just play the first video. Then I'm going to drop my link. Okay. Let me first play the first video. Then I'm going to drop my link because I got some special guests that's going to come up here to help me talk about this. Justice, Queen Common Sense. They're going to help me to talk about this and get this out because they understand. I think they understand better than me. Okay, but nevertheless, we all understand. Okay, you can tell I washed my face. Oh, yes, I did. Okay, let me go ahead and get the first video up for y'all. And everything, let me just say this. Everything I talk about is alleged. alleged. This is my opinion only, and this video is made for educational purposes and entertainment purposes, but really educational purposes, okay? I really want to stress that. Okay, let me get this. I want to show you all this video first. This is a video I happened to come across. Okay, it's not mine, but I did come across this, okay? And the information about from the video, the credit for the video will be down in my description box. So if y'all want to come back and look at it again from that person or me, it doesn't matter. Okay. Let me just go ahead and give them the lock on it. Let me just see who all I got in the house first. Hi, Justice. Thank you for coming back. Survivor information 525. I like that survivor information. This is for Survivor. Thank you, Queen Liz, for coming back. Number 4. Linda Gamble, the best moderator ever. Thank you, Linda. I bet you Linda say, Pinkie, what are you doing? Linda know what I'm doing. Miss Thomas, thank you for coming back to the Pink House. Miss Pinkie, I love what you and other content creators are doing right now with relations to Love and Marriage, Huntsville, and Survivor, etc. Thank you. Thank you. JR, thank you for coming back, JR23. Thank you. Have this podcast. Thank you. Have this podcast. Okay. Thank you, JR. Justice is in the house. Everybody's speaking. Let me see. YouTube. This is Maud on the YouTube streets. Yes, she is. Capricorn. Thank you, Capricorn, for coming back. Queen Common Sense. I'm here and be joining soon. Yes, you will. I'm going to drop my link in just a second. Always keep vehicles above half a tank. That is true. You know what? I was always stay full, and we got a lot of them to stay full. We ain't got one car. We don't have small cars like most people got small cars. We don't have anything small. We got big stuff, big SUVs, big monster trucks, and things that drink you out of household and drink up the whole service station. We keep those suckers full. But I haven't pumped gas in probably over a couple of decades. I don't know how to pump gas. I haven't pumped gas in so long, I wouldn't even know what to do. I think I would be embarrassed, first of all, going up somewhere trying to pump gas. I would be embarrassed first because I wouldn't know what to do. And I don't want nobody to look and say, she don't know what she's doing. Unless they want to come over and help me. Because bird flu outbreak, but Chastity has silenced CSC. Cheetahs has silenced somebody. Stocking up on eggs. You are? CDC. You look beautiful. Who are you talking about, Queen? All I did is just wash my face. Put some lip gloss on. Thank you, though. Black Titanic, where's Black Titanic? She needs to be in here, but she be going off the rails. Thank you all. Must need conversations. Must need a conversation. Thank you, Pinkie. It is. Hi, Miss Missy. Hi, Miss Missy. Thank you for being here. It is a must need a conversation. And we got some powerhouses getting ready to come up here too. Thank you for having this podcast. I was also typing fast. Excuse the poor grammar. I was typing fast, if you can see up on that thumbnail. I ain't got time to change it. Y'all just pretend like I'm in the hood. That's how it is. We're gonna leave it like that until after I drop the video. Then I'll change it later. I ain't worrying about it right now. For some reason, my YouTube don't show up. YouTube is tripping. YouTube is always tripping. I try not to talk bad about them because they may one day listen to it. DT won't let CDC talk about bird flu. No, they ain't gonna let nobody talk about nothing. I already know that. All we need. You, Miss Pinkie, all we need. Yes. Miss Gamble, let me see. Lip gloss on clean face, all you need. Oh, that's what you're saying? Yeah, that's all I did. Just wash my face and put some lip gloss on. And have my husband give me a ginger ale. Because I know he'll be bringing dinner in here soon for me. Start stocking up on your dry goods. I don't get a notification either, Miss Pinkie. Something is going wrong. Y'all, every time y'all see my live, although y'all and clicked it 1,000 times, just click it again anyway. Click and hit like. Everybody, I'm like that. I don't even get certain people notifications. I don't even get them. Let me go ahead and just play this one video. Then I'm going to drop my link. Okay, so y'all can come up. Y'all ready? Here we go. Oh, let me undo this here. This is at, I think this is at Costco here. Yeah, this is at Costco. You see this woman here? She is stacked up on her eggs. You have beautiful glowing skin. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, here we go, guys. And oh, I have no makeup on. See there? None. No makeup. It's just some water. Just water and wash my face. I wash my face in the morning with Mel's her foam whatever. I know the name. It's in my bathroom. I just can't think of it right now. Okay, here we go, guys. Y'all get those likes up. I know they matching, but we gonna get them up. That lady have to have a restaurant, in my opinion. Yeah, and she's stacking up. But you're gonna see this, and now you don't see. I got a Costco. I got a Sam's Club membership. I have memberships at both of them. Had those memberships for decades. Okay. And let me just tell you this: we go into when something is going on. But still, for a restaurant, you're going to see this all in the store. Everybody, not everybody got a restaurant, but they're still going to be stacking up. Here we go. Oh, wait. I didn't know that music was in the background. Let me just start that over. I ain't about to get distracted over nobody playing some music. You see the lines? Look at it. And people, there's regular people carrying 3 and 4 things of eggs. Y'all see that? Something is going on here. Something is going on. Okay, now let's get to the what we came up in here for. Okay, let me okay. Give me 1 second. I have to keep track of my source so I can make sure they get the credit for their video. I shout them out and give them the credit for the video. Most people use a person's video. I put it in my description. So if they ever come across my video, they see that I shouted them out, but if they look in my description, they're going to have their name. Yes. That's why I don't use. Okay, here we go, guys. Let me get this one here ready for you. And then I'm going to be getting ready to. This is with MSNBC. This is not very long. This is very short. Then we're going to start talking.
Tariffs against 3 of our largest trading partners took effect. Starting today, February 1st, imported goods from both Canada and Mexico will incur a 25% tariff, and imports from China will get hit with a 10% tariff.
Can y'all hear that? I want to put a yes or no. Yeah, restaurant owners in Sam's do this. Hello, gorgeous Queen Pinkie in chat. Thank you, divine, virtuous woman. Can y'all hear this? Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and just let loose, let it play. Thank you.
Tariff. According to New York Times analysis, these tariffs could affect 40% of all U.S. imports, including everything from avocados to lumber to car parts to oil. Now, as I said, Mexico, Canada, and China are our biggest trading partners. The United States imports roughly $1.3 trillion worth of goods and materials from those three countries alone. Trump and his new press secretary have cited the flow of both migrants and drugs like fentanyl as the main reasons for imposing these tariffs. And Trump has claimed that the tariffs will raise trillions of dollars from foreign governments. But most economists agree that's not how this works. So let's dig into it. These tariffs are essentially a tax levied on imported goods, meaning that the U.S. companies which seek to buy goods from other countries must pay that additional tax or tariff. That fee is not paid by the nation that sends the goods, but by the American importer. And that increased cost is almost always passed on to American consumers to offset the company's new higher expense. For a moment, let's focus on the trade that occurs between the United States, Mexico, and Canada. The North American trading bloc is the largest trading bloc in the world. The trading relationships we have with Mexico and Canada, respectively, are larger than any trade agreements we have anywhere else in the world. And because our North American bloc has enjoyed more than 30 years of free trade agreements, from the Auto Pact with Canada to the Free Trade Agreement with Canada to the North American Free Trade Agreement, which included the United States and Mexico, to the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA, today, our three economies are deeply and intricately intertwined. In 2023, the United States imported roughly $475 billion worth of goods from Canada. Our top import from Canada is, far and away, crude oil. After that, top categories include automobiles and car parts, machinery like nuclear reactors, and materials like plastics, wood, metals, and a lot of minerals. The same year, the United States exported roughly $350 billion worth of goods to Canada, including automobiles and car parts, machinery, electronics, oil and gas products, and plastics. So we buy more from Canada than we sell. Now, to Mexico. In 2023, we imported roughly $418 billion worth of goods, a little less than we buy from Canada. Top imports from Mexico include automobiles and their parts, computers, crude oil, and fruits and vegetables. Notably, half of America's imported fruit and more than 2/3 of our imported vegetables come from Mexico. Mexico is also the number one supplier of medical supplies and devices for U.S. hospitals and doctors' offices. Now, in that same year, 2023, the United States exported roughly $320 billion worth of goods to Mexico, including electronic equipment, machinery, automobiles and parts, oil and gas products, and plastics, similar to Canada. And similarly, we sell Mexico less than we buy from them. Most American cars contain parts that are made in Mexico and Canada. And in the process of manufacturing, many American car parts cross continental borders multiple times. Experts estimate that barring exceptions, car prices will increase by thousands of dollars. Many products like cars, electronics, denim, blue jeans, home goods, processed foods, they cross back and forth between all three North American countries as they're processed from raw materials to parts to a finished product at the point of sale. The decades of free trade between us and our neighbors have allowed that process and that relationship to develop. The United States imports roughly 70% of its crude oil from Canada and Mexico. And though Trump has indicated that there may be a 10% tariff on petroleum products instead of the 25% tariff being applied to the other sectors, the Council on Foreign Relations suggests that American consumers can expect to see gas prices rise at least 50 cents per gallon. In response to these new tariffs, both Canada and Mexico have announced plans to implement retaliatory tariffs on U.S. goods, but the details on those are still to come. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has said that Canada will respond, quote, forcefully, but reasonably. And Canada's former finance minister suggested targeted tariffs of their own in order to exert political pressure. Her suggestion, published as an op-ed in the Financial Times, suggested targeted tariffs on Tesla products and products from Republican-led states. Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum has also indicated that she is prepared to impose retaliatory tariffs, but hasn't provided details about what they might be. As our trade partners determine their responses to these new tariffs, Trump's new trade plan, now in effect today, has the potential to reshape decades of complex, hard-won international trade deals on which we've all come to rely.
But enough about us. Without further ado, let's get started. Why should you publish a book? And I think that this Toni Morrison quote sums up.
Okay. Okay, guys. That was good. That was good. We're, Greta Lee, thank you for, Margaret is in trouble under this new administration. I'm just trying to drill you. 17 tariffs do not work. They tried this in 1930, in the 30s, and it failed and made the depression worse. Worst plan, why try again? I mean, wrong plan, why try again? Because they could. Kind of that way. Readily, there are lawyers stepping up and need the public to support. They did put a halt on, I could have sworn they did. No, it was a halt on something. What was that? Something. Oh, that was on the stuff for the Medicare, Medicaid, your money that you get in every month. There are 3 branches of the government, and not balancing the people can override it to the protect the Constitution and for a dictatorship. Yeah, but he already said that. I ain't gonna be talking about him because I don't really want to talk about him. But he already said that y'all ain't got to vote no more. I didn't vote for him, but that's what he said. And for everybody that voted for him, y'all get I knew this was going to happen. Okay. Let me just play this last one right quick. And then after this last one, I'm going to bring everybody up. And then after this last one, I have, I'm going to play one toward the end after everybody gets up and say their piece, because I know y'all got something to say about this stuff here. This is Good Morning America. Good morning, America. Good morning, America. That information will be down in my description box. Okay? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
out this screenshot of my credit score.
Okay, guys. Whew, I'll tell you. Let me go ahead and drop my link. Let me drop my link down. And while y'all coming up, I'm going to be reading some of these comments. Okay. I just dropped my link for anybody that want to come up. But also I'm going to be reading on some of these comments and everything. Meant to put accountable. That breaking news, they have start impeachment proceedings against Rump. Yes. Contact your state government and hold them to protect your freedom and rights. It takes a village. It does. Anybody that want to come up so we can talk about this, welcome to do so. Miss Pinkie, I just started off for my send off for my real ID and send off for me a new passport. I need to go ahead and start doing our passport thing. I need to renew, not all of them, some of the passports. I think just one of my baby girls, and my son, myself, and my husband, he keeps it, he is current. I never have to worry about him. And then got to get the youngest baby. Yes. Hi, Justice.
Hi, Miss Pinkie.
Oh, Lord, I tell you, girl.
This is crazy. Who would have thought we'd be back into some mess like this, you know?
And wait now, this year just started. Men just got there.
Yeah.
2 weeks, and we in some mess already.
Mm-hmm.
We got 4 more years of mess. As he said, there ain't been no more voting, so because it's gonna be you're gonna be like Putin. You ain't got to vote no more. And Kim, you ain't got to vote no more. We'll see. You go ahead. You take the floor. What do you think? Justice?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Okay.
I wanted to say, I was thinking while we were waiting to come back, and one thing that everybody needs to do, I think, most important, first of all, is get all your important papers. Kids' birth certificates, your birth certificate, whatever you have that we might need should we have to flee or something.
Mm-hmm.
We never know. With this guy, we never know. We never know if a military thing gonna break out or if them Proud Boys gonna break out. We don't know. So it's better to be safe than sorry. So make sure you have all your legal documents, things that you would need should you had to leave home or should you wind up at a hospital or something. Or make sure your family know where the legal documents are. Put them in a waterproof situation. Yeah. Do something like that to make sure that the paperwork is safe and easy accessible.
And you keep your important stuff ready to go.
That exactly. If you got a bag ready, the bag to run, take a run, or whatever y'all call that bag you put together, I would put mine wrapped in plastic in there. Because if I'm running, I'm gonna have my bag and I'll have my documents.
Right. That is true. Do it now. And we have seen where people, even with these fires, haven't took time, even when they got things sitting right out that door, at their door, they're still watching and stuff, but haven't went inside to take care of their important stuff. And then they run out, then they thinking about it.
And I tell you, we need to pay attention that, like you said, Miss Pinkie, he been here, 2 weeks? And we got planes crashing into planes and military helicopter, not just an ordinary helicopter. We're talking about military helicopter where you got trained people who use this machine in the midst of wars and stuff. But all of a sudden, they running into commercial airlines with passengers.
And that was a Black Hawk military plane.
Yeah. And with his mind like it is, as they say, it seemed like he's failing. He's going into this place on and off. We don't know when this man's subject to causing a military action or something. We don't know. So it's better to be prepared. And so that would be the first thing. I would make sure all my legal documents, my children's legal documents, and medications are all in a good, safe place where we can get it and go should we have to go. And
Yes.
it's not just about the economy. It's about people who he has empowered. He pardoned these people saying, I got your back. So some of them feel empowered to do things in our neighborhoods that they would never have done before.
Never.
But they know they got him on their side now. So they doing things, they saying things, and it's a lot happening, even in our neighborhood, some things that we don't know about yet, but it's happening. So we have to be prepared.
Everybody needs to watch their back. And when you're going places, going out after dark, don't go by yourself. Always go in a pair. And if you always go out by yourself, you let that family member or somebody very important know, I'm supposed to be back at a certain time, at this time. And if I'm not back at this time, that means something is wrong. Call my phone. If you don't get an answer, that means come looking for me. That means something is wrong.
Yeah. And another thing, like I told my granddaughter, when you go in the store and you coming out, before you step out that door that automatically opens, look. Who's parked next to your car? What vehicle is parked next to your car? Because they showed on the news that they pull vans up next to women cars. And when you come out to get in your car, that's when that door slides open and they grab somebody and drive off. Nobody in that store parking lot even know you gone. So look, if there's a van parked next to your car, a big van, anything that could hide you in, don't go out there. Wait. If you have to request a security escort, do it. This is the time to open your mouth to protect your life. Because we're in a situation now where they're literally using different methods to get rid of us.
Yes.
They really are.
Thank you, Justice. Hi, Queen. Thank you for coming back up, Queen.
Hi. It's great to be back. It just feels good to commune. It feels like I've been in a bubble for a while here, just kind of nursing myself, healing the nervous system, things like that. And here we are, right back at it again with the drama, the unnecessary drama.
And this is not even reality TV. Can you believe it? This is real life.
This is real life.
This is definitely not entertainment at all.
Right.
And
this
I love what.
Yes.
And we need to really understand how deep this is. You know, this is not like, oh, he'll snap out of it. This reminds me, and I'm probably aging myself, which is fine, but I don't know if people remember Reaganomics and how horrible. I really thought that was like the second coming of Hitler as a little girl. But the piece that I really love that Sister Justice said was documentation. And I got a quick little story about that, a lived experience. It was a moment after Hurricane Matthew where I was scrambling, and we wound up and landed in a horse barn. We didn't have anywhere else to go. It was literally like Armageddon. So when I started being harassed by this racist, of course, they always ask you documentation. And for whatever reason, leading up to getting to the destination where we were, and I had two people with me, one special needs on the autism spectrum, and that's who they targeted to try to get to me. So longer story short, I was emailing certain things to my time frame of the hurricane, the power outage, wherever I could get power, charge, and I was just emailing stuff to myself, and I didn't know why. I said, something told me, take a picture of it and email it to myself. So once I finally got to a habitable place to, shower and, regroup, and the onslaught of harassment started, I was able to just pull up those emails and be like, this is what this is. This is what that is. You guys are harassing me. This is what I have as proof of what, the real deal. Whatever it is they asked for, I was able to pull up my emails and show. And that's another way digitally, even though we can't really rely on power and really, have that as a fallback. But once you are able to get to somewhere, a charging station or a library, places that have backup generators, digital is the way to go to. If you can only just take a picture of it, stick that cell phone in a Ziploc baggie or a jewel, a Walmart bag and tie it in a knot, whatever you have to do to protect that information and keep it dry and safe. Digital is that saved my life with a lot of stuff. God told me, take a picture of this now and just email it to yourself. You're going to need it later. I don't know why, I don't know how, but you don't question God. And that's exactly what I did. So think about that too. Like, there's a lot of free cloud storage things that you could use, like Google, things like that, that give you ample amount of storage where it's not on your device and kind of bogging it down, because you need it to, preserve that battery for emergency phone calls and texts, and if you can get through. But when service was down and everything was down, I was just like, I'm just going to take a picture of it. When I get to a power source, I'm uploading it. And that saved my hiney in a lot of situations too. If you're, tech savvy, and I'm more than willing to do little tutorials and stuff to help walk people through to learn how to be a little bit more techie, because it really helps. Sometimes these digital devices can be the devil, but when you're in a pinch and you don't have pen to paper, or you can't remember, your memory is not good because you're in survival mode. We can't always remember everything. I mean, I was one time where I couldn't even remember my social. That's how much I was in shock. I was like, ooh. I was just shocked. So if you could take a picture of something and upload it to Google, to iCloud, to have that, because sometimes, you have to drop stuff and run, and you have to leave certain things behind. And sometimes those hard copies might get lost in the shuffle or whatever, and you got a digital copy.
That is true. That is true. Ooh, you all bringing up some great points. And I mentioned that I think before we got off the first live that we have a survival pack. My son helped each one of us to put the stuff that we need in it. And I heard you, Queen, mention that you got to redo yours, or I need to go in mine and take out certain things that I put in and replace it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to replace, and I need to check on some of the stuff that's in there to make sure it's still there, and maybe add a few things now because of the way things are now. Everything changes, So,
especially for the girlies too, because you can't always get, we have special equipment, down there. And one thing, I didn't even realize what I was doing, because I was not able to change myself properly. And if anybody knows me personally, I'm a shower girl. I can't, like, water and soap are my best friend. So when we were out and we couldn't properly groom, I had threw a whole bunch of panty liners in there. And I said, okay, I can't really do it properly, but using those help you stay fresh and do what you got to do with certain things like that. Panty liners, extras of our girly things in that bug out bag, because I can tell you, through my journey of survival, I couldn't shower for 3 or 4 weeks at a time. And when I threw stuff in there, like, just dry soap, things that you don't think of normally.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have to think of, I have to make sure I am prepared for if I don't have water, power, soap, extra change of clothes. You're not able to just go in the ladies' room and throw on another hoodie.
Right.
You can't go grab your deodorant and freshen up around the corner. You're outside. You don't have anything but birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees.
Right.
So when a woman is out there like that, we can't just go behind the tree. You know what I mean? We got to do certain stuff the right way.
Right.
So that's another thing I've stressed with the bug out bag and things like that, because we all know bacteria is our number one enemy in certain situations, dealing with, no power, no water, or in damp situations. Like with me, I live right on the coast, right here by the ocean, and we don't know when another one of those monsters is going to come.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I stocked up on all like that dry good stuff, anything that keep me dry and clean in certain areas to make sure that, once I am able to get back to civilization, I'm not, have other issues outside of what I'm going through.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Your
That
health
is
too. You
true.
gotta try to preserve your health as much as possible. Those what do you call them? The vitamin water packs
Yes.
that come with the MREs. It's like powder, and you put it in your water, and it's like a
Yeah.
meal.
Those little small packs my husband
Yeah,
using. Yeah.
those are amazing. A mess kit, those little tin things that look like a little kit, but you open them up. They got a cup, silverware. You got a frying pan. You got all that. You need those. You know.
Greta Lee, since you're talking about it, Greta Lee said she's doing a survival pack now, and what should she put in it? And you was naming some things, so that's why I brought it back up so you can see that for.
Yeah, mess
Um,
kit. As
uh,
much waterproof stuff, like even hefty bags, like when you get those black big lawn bags you put leaves in, fold
mhm.
one of those up real tiny. If you don't have any rain gear, you might get caught in the rain or in a wet situation where it's wet. You can cut a little hole in the top of that corner of that. You got your rain suit. Just
Right.
something to block the water. Waterproof is a way to go. You can use that for shelter, and they have those I call them a zip line, but that's not the correct title for it. You see a lot of the young millennials wear them around their wrist. It's like a big long string.
Yeah, it's a long
Need one
string,
of
and they keep
those.
wrapping it till it looks like
Yeah.
bracelets, but it's not.
You always want to have a sharp knife.
Hmm.
Um, as many incendiary devices. You want a a windproof lighter if you can have that, or
Hmm.
waterproof matches.
I tell you,
Um,
the thing about that, Queen, if you just let me interject on that little part there, I don't want to leave my mind. But when you said waterproof matches, just in case, some things we not able to find, or
mhm.
but they have this lint that you rub together. It's like stone, and you can
Mhm.
put some dry leaves and paper together and scratch that together over it, and it'll make a fire. So if you
Yes.
don't have matches and you don't have what, and as far as the devices for like a can openers and knife, they have one device that has 5 or 6, 7 things in there, all
Yeah, yeah,
hooked
yeah.
together, that you can order off of Amazon. They're really cheap. I got mine, and it has a knife, it has a corkscrew, it has a just different little things you can use to help you if you're out on a trail somewhere or something. It has a lot
I'm
of
gonna
different
go
little
get my
things, gadgets.
survival pack. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
keep
Yeah.
talking. I'm gonna go get it and see what's in it. I'm gonna open it. I haven't opened it in since the
Mm-hmm.
pandemic. We're gonna open it up while I'm here.
I
Keep
love the
talking,
fact you
guys.
said that, Justice. That's exactly where I was going. The flint stuff
Yeah.
that you can rub
Mm-hmm.
together. You don't need
Yeah.
fire. That is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one other thing I learned that they have these little tubes on Amazon. You can buy a pack of 4 or up to 12 for all your family members. So if you're out there and there is no water, it doesn't matter what body of water it is or how dirty it is. This sterilization tube that you drink water through
Mhm.
literally this cleanses that water and purifies it so that you can ingest it without any
Yes.
bacteria and that type of thing. And it's a
Yes.
sanitizing straws is what they are. And you
Yep.
can get to a body of water and just drink and just use that straw, let the water come through that straw, and it sanitizes and cleans it. And it's been proven by the CDC that it is good. It does work.
Yes. That's a beautiful one too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I found I silly, but I lent it to someone else who really needed it. Found a shovel. It was a little spade,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I didn't even recognize it because I'm like, what is that? Looks like a little, planter, when you plant your flowers.
Mm-hmm.
But when you pop it open, it folds out to a longer spade, a digging
Mhm.
shovel. And then when
Mhm.
you unscrew the end of the handle, it's all
Mhm.
like titanium,
Yeah.
lightweight.
Mhm.
It folds down really small. And you could even, like, if you have a overcoat, a parka, a wind coat, it fits
Mhm.
in your pocket, if it's a big enough coat.
Mhm.
But once you get it open at the end, it has your compass, it has your wire, your fishing wire,
Mhm.
it has a
Mhm.
compact fishing pole in it. It has, a sharp device for cutting things, cutting down small trees to make,
Mhm.
firewood
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
It has a drying device where
Yeah.
it's solar. You just sit it under the solar panel and it'll dry out whatever you need to dry, help you dry
Mhm.
your clothes, your socks, your shoes. It was amazing little thing.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
it was about $20. And what I
Mhm.
did was I got like 4 or 5 of them,
Mhm. Mhm. I got
and
thermal blankets. Have you heard about those? That's the very lightweight, almost like paper, but they will protect you to 0-degree weather, and you can sleep up on them, wrap up on. This is what they use. Paramedics in thermal conditions when they find bodies out in the snow and so forth. They use
yeah,
that to warm them up. And those I bought about 12 of them, and I think it's about $14 at Amazon.
yeah, the hypothermia
Yeah.
blanket is amazing,
Mhm.
and it looks like a
Mhm.
little Kleenex if when you get it in
Yeah.
the pack.
Yeah.
You think
Yeah.
it's like a little pack of tissue, and you
Mhm.
pop that joker open, and it's like maybe almost queen size.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes. And you can
Mhm,
use it and make a tent. Should you
mhm.
be somewhere and it start raining or something, you can use it to make a tent, or you can just wrap your whole body in it and wrap the children in it, and they're warm. It really protects them and stuff. I ordered mines and got those. Hmm.
Mm.
So that's a good
Well,
thing.
I'm
to
back, ladies. Thank you all for holding it
Awesome.
down. I went and
Yes,
got
ma'am.
this backpack. I didn't realize how heavy it was because this has got my husband's and my stuff in it. And my son said, if anything happened for dad to carry this, or him, or baby girl grab hers and mine, or they grab. But anyway, and I had this at the other house, and I guess I forgot all about it, and I guess when they saw it, they just you know brought it. The workers just brought it here, so. And I didn't know it until it got here. But let me just show you all how this thing is. I put it up in my chair. And they keep it in a plastic bag to keep mine. And I keep it like this, actually, too. So it stays dry. Not dry. It says it's not sitting because they keep it on the floor. My son said, keep it in your clothes. And this is so heavy. I don't know. Can you all see this? What I'm going to do, I'm going to, y'all stay there. Y'all don't have to, I'm going to drop you down and bring you right back up. Don't go off, okay?
Okay.
Just so they can see this here. Y'all are still in the greenhouse though. See, guys, this thing is big. I just wanted them to see how big it was. You can
Mhm.
see how big this is.
Yeah.
You can see on here, it got a water bottle that my son put on here a long time ago, and it's still, I'm going to put a fresh, clean one. It's a water bottle. It got, I don't know what, I think this is what Justice was talking about. This thing is locked on here some kind of way. I don't know. It's got a combination lock. Don't ask
Mhm.
me how to take it off. I don't know.
Mhm.
Somebody know. But anyway, if you open this up, it got the two things that you talked about. All the stuff that you talk about. You just need that.
Mhm.
And I know in here he got food. A lot of food like packs of tuna. He said because that's protein. I remember my son telling me that. Tuna packs. Everything is in here. Let me see. These are walkie-talkies. Oh my God, he put walkie-talkies in here
Mhm.
Mhm.
with
Those
batteries.
satellite walkie-talkies are amazing.
Right. And he put this clip here so it can clip onto it clips on the back of here, then it can clip on your clothes. But he
Mhm.
put walkie-talkies, and I remember he told me don't put the batteries inside; they go bad. Leave them outside the walkie-talkie, and it's in a plastic bag. And it said, install batteries inside. And I do remember him telling me everybody he bought a set of walkie-talkies from, I think it was Sam's Club, and everybody got the same. So walkie-talkies, because he said so you can communicate if you're far away out in the woods or somewhere, or you can't be together. You can communicate. Vienna sausages, meat, like Justice was talking about. A lot of Tupperware bars that you eat. That looks good. This is a blueberry, some type of blueberry bar. It's 2 of them and 2 strawberry bars, same bars. See, I didn't even know this. I couldn't even remember what he put in this. This was years ago. And more bars. This Atkins bars. He got 2 of these. And I remember he said, this is protein. These are protein bars. And then you got tuna. And this is my first time opening this thing up probably in over 4 or 5 years. Tuna is in here. And he said you can keep this for years. And he said this one pack of tuna feed me and my husband both for that day. My son got some in his. My daughter got some. He said, when you're low, you need protein. He said, you can eat it right out of the pack. You don't have to warm it up. You can cook it if you got a fire, but he said, or you can just warm it up and eat it. I didn't know I had this. I would never, and I'm Jim watching because more protein bars, a lot of protein bars in here. And you can see they've been seal packed, and gum is in here. And he told me there's a reason for gum. I can't remember. He said, but when you need a sticky substance, it was something he was telling me, you chew your gum. These are the other things you was talking about. These here, Queen.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Yeah, he got a lot of them in here. And
Yeah,
all
those
these
saved my life many a day when we didn't have any food.
Yes. And forks and spoons. You go, y'all know how you go to the restaurants or they send you some food and you got your own spoon at home? Save those and put them in your box because they got a fork, spoon. They got 3 fork, spoon, and a butter knife. And then sometimes they have a little salt and pepper, and then you get a napkin.
Yeah.
He got me full in this thing. And I'm not going to go through this whole thing, but a mask. He got mask in here. How many of them? 3 masks.
Yeah.
And these are the filtered ones. He didn't get the regular. He got the ones that you use outside when you're doing heavy stuff, particles and everything.
Right.
So, and more masks. These are more masks because I remember I can't wear the grown-up mask because my face is so small. I wear kids masks. When we bought masks, we always buy the kids box of masks for kids. And when I say kids, I didn't mean teenagers. I mean from 2 years on up to like 10 and 12. I get that size mask because I have a very narrow face. And these are some of those kid-size masks. A whole stack of them in here. This says it's 10 of them. So yes, guys. Soap. Here's the soap. Soap, eye drop. I may need this now. I see something I do need right now. Chapstick. No, this is Carmex, the good stuff. That's what I'm talking about. I need.
That's that black girl magic right there.
That's that black girl magic toothpaste. You got
Gotta
a
have
towel. This is
some
a towel.
moisturizer.
Once the water hit it, it opens up. Soap. Y'all see what's all he got in here? This is a toothbrush fold up. He got everything in here. He got lotion, packs of lotion in there. See, my son thinks of everything. Because, you know, he's always up in the mountains, pen and paper. See there? You're going to need a notebook. Flashlight. Military type flashlight, a police flashlight one.
Waterproof flashlight.
Right. Zip ties. Cotton balls, and these been soaked. These are soaked cotton balls. Oh, no. They're already been soaked for if you need to start a fire. See there on the front of it?
There you go.
That's why. Y'all see what color they are? So they're already soaked. So that's why they're wet. You can see the wetness in them. See there? So if you need to start a fire, you take one of them. Oh, my Lord. Outlet, plugs, batteries, everything you need. You need to plug up a phone, jack, matches, tape, rubber bands. This thing is still full. I'm not going to pull out everything. A whistle.
Yeah,
This is a whistle.
Yeah, that's that water thing you holding in your other hand that I was talking about.
Right here?
The water filter. Yeah.
Yes, you can drink water out of a filthy stream of water, and it will sterilize that water for you.
Sure is. That's exactly what it says, Janice.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. I got that.
Oh my God. See, I didn't even know what that was. This is a compass here.
Yeah.
A whistle with a compass on it. It's
gotta
moving
have
down.
one of them.
Yes, a compass.
Yeah, I need that because I get lost in my own neighborhood.
Well, see, and then you got some more things in there. You got I don't know what this is. A charger. It's a charger. See, he puts I'm not going to go through all this stuff. We got more stuff back here. See, it's still full back here. These are the clothes. This is where we put the clothes at back here. But I'm not going to go through all these clothes. Medical supplies. You do have a big bag stuff of medical supplies in here. Medical supplies. See, we got a lot of stuff in here. I'm not going to go through all that. But let me just say this too. I'll put all this stuff away later. I'm going to call my husband in here and have him stand over to the side and put this back in there because it's got to go in a certain way. And I don't know. But anyway, you always, when you get a chance, have your husband to do things for you, make him feel important. You always find things for him to do. When he ain't got nothing to do, you find things for him to do, make him feel important. Make him feel like you can't do nothing. Well, it works for me. And he likes doing those things, I think. It works. He feels, he likes that. When I say, I can't do this. I love to say I can't do that. I don't know how to do something.
Well, he loves taking care of you, so that makes it not a job, but a joy.
Right.
For him.
But I think he'd get a kick out of me saying I can't do something. I don't know.
He might be laughing inside saying, now who she thinks she fooling?
Because I always say, I can't do that. I don't know how to do that. And then he just started doing it. And I just go on by my merry way. Right. But anyway, not just this, but we have to look at the fact that even they were saying, even on the grocery store aisles, when we get to the grocery store, in the grocery store, we're going to be looking for, one day you're going to go in there soon, and it's not going to be no food on the shelves. And if it is, we're going to have to take what we can get. Or you
Miss
don't have to
Pinkie,
go to several grocery stores to find what you're looking for.
Miss Pinkie,
Yes.
I want to say, I noticed you pulled out your medical package, but I want to interject something for a lot of people in this time with what's going on may not have the funds to do what we're talking about like that because, but I want to give an economic way to be able to have something should you cut yourself when you
About
want to
that.
go or whatever. Yeah. And get you some camphor for neat. Get you some go old school. We have an old store that's been around I guess about 30 some 40 some years, and they sell the old medicines where you can get mercurochrome and iodine, and those things worked way back in the day before when the doctors used to come around to visit you at home. Those things were safe for cuts and bruises, and if you
Yeah.
can't get to a doctor and get this, that, and the other, get you some old school stuff, camphorphanate, mercurochrome, iodine, and put that in a little
Raw
pack. That
honey.
can be your yeah, raw honey. That can be your first aid kit. You can make a homemade first aid kit. Everything don't have to cost because everybody don't have the money to go and get this stuff. But you
Right.
pull
It
things
doesn't
together.
have to be.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
pull things together right there in your home. Things that will help. Get some bandages. You got some band-aids, throw them off in there. Be prepared the best way. Get a little piece of rope in case you need to make a turn or something like that. I'm speaking
Yeah.
practical survival because
Absolutely.
yeah, sometimes you can't get all this stuff and put it together and all that. And this is for the outside. And now we're gonna move into if you're at home, and you don't have to leave home, you just at home and all hell done broke loose on the outside.
Right.
How do you protect yourself? First and foremost, pray. Pray.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
opportunity you get, pray. Pray. You're not alone. Don't panic. Don't get scared. You're not alone. Great is he that is with us than they that is against us. So you
Oh,
pray.
no.
And as you pray and you get your things together, I found TVs that run off of electrical and run off of batteries because I have a special needs grandson and he loves the TV. So I say, I got to find a TV so you can find and it's colored and everything, and it picks up channels because it has antennas that you can add to it, and it picks up channels way off. I have must have at least 40, 50 channels just off of the battery that's inside of it. You charge it up, and then it lasts for days and days. And then if you need to and can get to a charging station or have a battery pack charger or generator or anything like that, you can always look at TV in your home and be aware of the news and all that stuff. I also bought crank radios. It's has a flashlight. It has ports on there where you can charge your phone. It has a solar panel on there. So if you don't have electricity, you can sit it out in the sun and it can charge up. Then you plug your phone to it and charge that phone up. And then if you want to hear the radio and there's no sun that day, maybe it's raining all day, it has a crank handle. You wind that, crank it up, just crank it up, crank it up, crank it up, and it charges it up. And then you can hear what's happening on the weather station. And these are just practical things that don't cost a lot. I'm looking at two I have right here. And I think they was like $12 a piece, Amazon. I'm Amazon queen on buying survival stuff. And I got that. And raincoats. You can buy a pack of 10 see-through lightweight raincoats for adults or children, or you can mix them and have a raincoat. Should you be having to get out and it's storming, the car don't run, you're out of gas, in the corner store is there, you could get something if you could get those little lightweight raincoats for everybody.
Yeah.
And they have little strips on there in case it's dark. You can see everybody. And people who do have gas driving can see you.
I got packed a little pack of them. They're about in a pack, maybe smaller than this, and it's a stacks of raincoats. I had come across it last night. Unboxing some stuff from the other house, and I looked at it and it said raincoats, and they all clear raincoats. And I said, Lord of mine, what in the world I need with all this? And I thought about, oh, that's something my son probably would have bought.
Mm-hmm.
All these raincoats, because he goes out in the mountains all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He bikes up in the mountains.
Now I tell you something that a lot of people have thought of who have the means and they really up on what's going on. But we in our communities rarely think about that. But I ordered gas masks. Should we get in a conflict with certain countries, you're gonna need a gas mask.
Yeah.
They're about $28 at Amazon, where you can walk through chemicals that they dropped a shot over here on us, and you can still breathe. A
I
gas
got one
mask.
of those too.
Mhm.
The gas mask is shaped
I
like
wanted-
this. And they got the two round things on the side.
Right,
Coming out.
right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I don't know
also-
why. I got one of those too. I bought doing C-19 when it first started. I don't know why I bought it, but I just had
Yeah.
it. I didn't know what we was dealing with. People was dropping like flies.
Mm-hmm.
And protective eyewear is very important, whether you're
Mhm.
outside or inside. Shatterproof.
Mhm.
They're like a book. You can
got
get them
those
at Dollar
too.
General. I got
Mhm.
like 6 or 8 pairs just in case, because there was a little rash of, really morbid things going on where, because I was in the middle of the Confederate land,
Mhm.
there were clear people throwing chemicals on us.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I'm a shades girl anyway. I'm kind of bougie, so I always wore shades, but that will melt on your face if it's acid or anything like a chemical to harm you. So you get those I even was wearing ski goggles, for a certain period of time because of the debris that was flying around and all that.
Mhm.
But protective eyewear is very important because if you're sawing, trying to cut something, or it's windy, and you got debris trying to kind of get through the elements, protect your eyes. You always want to protect your eyes, take care of your teeth and feet. And then on the tactical side of it, a lot of people prey on houses that, look like there's nobody there, right? And we know that there's somebody in there. It could be just a woman and her children, or just you, or you
Yeah.
and your dog, or whatever. If you can't afford a firearm, they have by the FCC has regulated, it's a pew pew that gives rubber pew pews
Yeah.
out of it.
Uh-huh.
And it looks just like a pew pew, but it just has rubber non-lethal ammo.
And it
And
hurts.
you always want to keep some type of projectile. Or if you don't like that, they have pew pews now, where you can stun, and at least get them up off you if they come in and sneak up on you. Because I can't tell you how many of them clear folk ran up on me just because I was a woman alone. And they don't accept, because I look dainty, I sound dainty, but I am RBG all day, every day. And they didn't expect me to have no fire. See, I'm a toter. I've been toting ever since I was 12. So keep you something that can get the danger up off you, because it's great. You can have a dog, but they can harm that dog. They will harm your dog.
Yeah, I bought
so you have
pack of. Go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and pepper balls too is another good pew pew to have if you don't like ammo and things like that. They have pepper balls that will, debilitate your enemy if you're being attacked. And that's for at home when you have to shelter in place. You can't go anywhere, and there's a threat. And some people's animals get out and they're aggressive. It doesn't always have to be a human. Because I've been chased by some vicious dogs, trying to get to safety, and that pepper spray helped me. So that's another thing that I wanted to highlight. You
Yeah,
need some defense.
that's what I was going to speak on, that pepper spray. I bought a pack of I think 9, maybe 12, and I gave one to all of my grandchildren, but I'm particularly started with the females to make sure that they have something. And this is not for what we're facing now. This is for every day, coming out of a store, going to the gas station, in your yard. You need something on that keychain or something on your belt loop or something that will buy you a few seconds to get away. That's
get
what it
away.
is.
And it's safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you can find time to scream and get
That's
distance
right.
between you and that threat.
Right.
That's
Mm-hmm.
number one, making distance between you and that threat.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I like what Divine just said, ladies. Put spikes in your yard too. They come up
Mm-hmm.
out of the ground when needed. I like that. I
Mm-hmm.
really
Booby
like that.
traps are amazing. Yes, that's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Because these people, we see it, and I know each one of us can share a story about, the Karens and Darren-osity and the
Mm-hmm.
caucasity of people. And
Right.
whenever I walk with Apollo, I keep a taser on me for not just stray animals or dogs, but
Yeah.
for the stray people,
Yeah.
because I have had just out of the blue somebody walk up on me questioning why I am in certain areas.
Mhm.
And I'm like, is this person gonna try to reach out? You know what I mean? It's literally every day we have to be vigilant and have our head on a swivel,
Mhm.
especially brown and melanated people. They
Mm-hmm.
Right.
are testing the water with us, y'all. I'm telling you the
Mhm.
truth. Almost every time I go out for our long walk with Apollo, I get tested. So now it's to the point where I keep the little poo poo on me. I don't even use the taser no more. I just keep the pew pew. So that's real talk, Pastor Justice.
Mm-hmm.
Every day
Yeah.
they're really trying this. Just this morning, I almost had a clear woman try to run me over.
Mm.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
And
Mhm.
I would like to add, now is the time to keep your children close. There's no more playing in the yard while you in the kitchen. That time has passed for right now. Too
Mhm.
many children are missing. There is such a economic commodity in trafficking. Keep your children close. Going to the park, I'll be right back. No, keep your eyes on your children. They're small children, and if they're not in groups, don't let them out by themselves. Let that be the new rule of order. Let that be. We moving into a new world order, but let there
Mhm.
be a new rule of order for
Order.
your house. If I don't know where you're going, you don't go. And if you're traveling alone, you don't go. If I can't see you, we got a problem, because they're taking our children. They're
Mhm.
literally
Yes.
taking our children. And this is not to scare you. This is to prepare you, to warn you, to let you know things is not as usual anymore.
No more.
Mhm.
No more. There's no more neighborliness. There's
Mm-mm.
no more that. I mean, I was just talking to my daughter about that today. I have a 15-year-old granddaughter, and we were going over running it back, and she was like,
Mhm.
"Mom, I know you want me to go get that blicky, but Reese is still small. That's my grandson. He's in first grade." I said, I gave her some pointers on how to keep, gun safe, the pew pew safety,
Mm-hmm.
little people fingers. And I said, I really want you to take them to the range. I need you to do that because you don't have, she don't have a husband.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm 2 hours away, right? And
Mhm.
what do you think would happen to my soul if I couldn't get to her and somebody harmed her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh, Lord.
Jacksonville and Fayetteville would disappear. Okay. It's a
I can
good
see you
idea
now.
to think about it. If you don't, you're not in that realm of that, think about learning how to aim, you know, because they not playing with us.
They
They not
not.
playing, and people will come for your babies because you ticked them off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I've had people do that here as well because I won't speak or because I won't let them disrespect me in my face. They'll try to target my special needs son
Right.
and say nasty things to him. But see, now, you can set your energy sets the tone. We know this. So now they know, okay, she got heat. So we better watch our mouth. Everybody doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have that luxury though.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another
Right.
thing to consider. Just because you're a good mother, you're always home, or you're always available, you're responsible, they will try to harm your children.
Right.
They're doing that, definitely. And the sad thing is, there is no set identifying markers on them. They can be black, clear, whatever.
Mhm.
It's not about the race for me. It's about the fact that there are some people out there that will hurt children. They are
Just be
pedophiles. They are sick in the head. They are racist. There's whatever excuse they want to give for doing it. There's a lot of them up, and some of them look just like you and just like
they
me.
sure-
And it doesn't matter whether
absolutely.
they're male or female. In fact, some of the women are worse.
Yes.
So protect your babies and talk to them. Talk. Now is the time to talk. It's time to teach them. It's time to put your foot down and let them know. No. All that used to be spending the night at people's house. You know the family, you know the child, they classmates, but you don't know who visit in the wee hours of the morning. You don't know who's
Mhm.
welcome to their home. You just
Right.
know them. So you think. So now is the time to draw back on a lot of this stuff. And it's hard, and I understand that. But hey, I'd rather have you mad with your lips poked out and alive than to have you smile on your face and laying rested in peace. So
Yep.
it's kind of like up to the parents to make a decision. How bad do you want your baby safe? I want
Right.
mine safe. So I'm not leaving no stone unturned. And you can be mad, you can pout, I don't care, but I know where you're at. I can see you.
Mhm.
That's right.
I mean,
That it'll eventually blow over. There's a lot of ways you can be creative to where you can keep them happy without them having to leave and do that. There's all kind of virtual stuff they can do, Zoom and all that. Now, in normal times, before it gets to where we ain't got no power and stuff like that, they can get online on Discord. There's all kind of ways for them to still gather and see each other and spend time together. I'm with that too. I was a no slumber party, no mommy too. I'm like, nope.
I didn't let my kids slumber party at nobody's house. Matter of fact, my house was the house everybody came to.
Thank you.
for
I even
anything.
became a
mine
Cub
was
Scout
too.
leader so I could have all the kids at my house because I
Yeah.
was not letting my kids go to somebody else's house hollering they're a Cub Scout leader. And I saw that the church was acting crazy too with little children. No, bring them
Right.
here because I know they safe here.
Yeah, I was the
Mhm.
neighborhood home daycare, so like everybody knew I checked
Mm-hmm.
out because my background, when you have a license, they're not going to give you a license if you have anything. They check you psychologically, all that in Illinois. So everybody was always at my house because they knew, those babies were going to be protected with my life, if
Yeah.
anything else. So
That is true. Let me
I didn't
welcome
even slumber
some of
party.
the new people that
Everybody was
just,
under my eyeballs.
yeah. Let me welcome a few people in. Hi, peace and love. Thank you for coming in. And let me see who else just came in. Hi, Miss Thomas. I think Miss Thomas has been here, but just in case, thank you for coming in. Let me just check. Joyce Miles. Thank you, Joyce, for coming in too. We're talking about what the tariffs that, that's Donald, because I don't call him no other name, Donald, you know, I don't like saying his name, can you tell? But anyway, what does that mean for us as Americans? What do that mean for us in terms of our food, in terms of our getting back to work and forth, our gas, our anything, cars, if you need a new car this year, whether you need to go buy it now, because somebody's car may be breaking down, or family car may be broke down, and they saying, well, we'll get up and go get one next month, or let me do my research first, or whatever. Whether you may need to go try to do that research like now on the car lot, or go get those eggs like now, or if you can't get them all, maybe you and a neighbor go in together to buy those eggs, and then when you get them, divide them up, or or whether that's going to affect you putting food or even milk for your baby. Because I remember not too long ago, mothers had a hard time finding milk. Whether you're going to have Pampers to put on that baby, or maybe you may have to go take those throat rags that you put across your shoulder to burp, and when they burp, maybe you may have to go find some pins and start using it the old way.
That's right.
Diapers on the baby again,
That's
and
right.
just wash them out again and hang them up.
Mhm.
Whatever it takes, because things are changing right now in terms of your food, and some things you may have to go by and start buying the garden seeds, or taking, if you can use some of the seeds that when you eat your food now, like potatoes. You can take a potato and plant that. Certain ways you have to do it. You can when you buy potatoes, you may want to save one or two so you can start growing some potatoes. You can insert. You may want to get some corn, because I remember us growing corn all the time. Corn was everywhere where I live. Shoot, we would run it and get lost in the corn. But anyway, rice. Think about that, rice.
You're the wits out of each other hiding in them cornfields.
Yeah, hiding in those cornfields. I tell you, I hid so much and played on them so much. Didn't know any better and was running through the cornfield with no shoes on my feet. Just tell you, I'm straight from the country. I wasn't from the city. I'm a country girl. Running around in the cotton fields in the summertime. Be having fun running around in the cotton fields. But butter, little things, coffee. Y'all think those coffee hubs, what do y'all go to now? Y'all better get ready. You're going to be making coffee at home nowadays, because you're going to be saying,
right.
Shoots, that costs too much. You're going to be saying to yourself, that's my step stool up under my foot. You're going to be saying to yourself, that coffee I just spent, I could have paid a bill. That's what I pay for my light bill or my phone bill, what I'm paying for this coffee once a week. And you're going to look at that, whether you need to buy that coffee and start doing it at home. Yeah, the butter, the coffee, the milk. You may have to start using that powder milk instead of that regular milk that you buy in the big jug. That 2%. I've used 2%. You may have to start buying pet milk or carnation or that powder milk, or start
coconut milk, almond milk.
Almond milk. Yeah, we buy almond milk now. Y'all may need to start doing things. And I would say, if you got a mom and dad, you got two sets of grandparents for your kids, and before times hit hard, you may need to hit them up before times hit hard. You don't wait till times to hit hard and say, Grandma, when y'all go to Sam's or Costco, can you bring baby John some Pampers? Grandma and granddad love that. I know my husband, he can't go nowhere to Sam's Club without bringing Pampers home. That's his thing. But we take care of baby anyway. Nobody takes care of baby but us. Baby is our responsibility. You know what I mean? Not even for my son and baby girl that had baby. Is not. We take care of baby. Baby don't have no needs outside of nobody but husband and I. When I say we take care of baby, we take care of baby 100%. And so they know that. They I don't think they bought anything from baby since baby was born, because we do baby 100%. But anyway, but you may tell grandparents and granddad, can you get some Pampers while you're there? Or can you get some milk while you're there? His milk is, if they don't know, send them a picture of that milk or those Pampers. Believe me, they'll love to buy that while they can now. And you start stocking up on it, and start stocking up on that powdered milk and all kind of other kinds of milk, just in case, you know.
That's really who my heart goes out to.
Group that share breast milks, huh?
Yeah, I'm sorry. But that's really who my heart goes out to now. Mothers and fathers with young children, you know, who are still infants and toddlers, who need so many supplies, you know, and everything is just skyrocketing, you know, and it's just, even if you have a good parent household with a great income, babies and children in general are expensive, you know,
Yeah, they are.
especially if you're trying to do it the right way, make sure
Hmm.
they have quality childhood. And I don't mean
Right.
things, I mean investing in their future, pouring love and teaching them things and tools to have around to be able to keep their minds stimulated and keep them well rounded. It is expensive. And then if you add the factor of if you have any special needs children who have special needs and need special care at school or at home or both, that is doubles the bill, right? It doubles the bill because your time is split up so much. And I don't know like any other definition but evil for
Right.
this chump orange Cheeto monster to be doing what he's doing. It's vengeance. It's all about punishment. It's all about destruction and all about power and control.
Mm.
Power and control and
Yeah.
punishment. I do believe that punishment thing. I do believe that. Now, let me throw out us one more video on uh, one of the top economics predicts what the impact of the tariffs will and how that it's going to affect America. This is with CNN. This is a short video. So we're just going to look at this so we can respond on this because everybody needs today is what is today? The fifth. The fifth. Okay. People, I want everybody to know, people that thought they was gonna get, I don't know, did you get it or what? But you need to think of not just how this affect us as Americans, but how it's gonna affect your mama, your grandmama, all your elders that's
Yeah.
around you that you love and care for so much
Mhm.
because this affect them too in terms of their wallets on their medications, whether they can go see their doctors if they don't have their Medicaid or their Medicaid or their prescription, that Medicaid that pays for their prescription, that Medicaid that pays for the doctor, go see the doctor or stay in the hospital, or or that uh or that woman, single mom that got the Medicaid that helps her to take care of those kids of hers, or that special needs kid that's on his program as well. How's that's going to affect that child? How it's going to affect your kids going to school? Everything. So this is going to affect everything, even if you're trying to do like somebody maybe trying to make a big purchase before later on you thinking you better go ahead and do it now because price is going to be so high, then you're going to be well, why not I do it then when I can? But you better do what you can now. I'm not saying everybody can make a big purchase, but there's some people out there that's sitting out there thinking about doing that. So if you're
Mhm.
thinking about doing that, you better turn that TV on and get your head out of where you got your head at and start listening and learning because before it's too late. Because you already made a mistake already. Don't make another one. I ain't gonna tell them what that mistake was
Facts.
because I think they know.
I bet they know.
And
Yeah.
one thing I would do with my kids, and this was like they thought it was real lame at first when they were younger, but as they got older, it really started to be ingrained in them. We would black out over the weekend, no devices, no nothing, only music or books, audiobooks they could listen to.
Yes,
And
I
they had
remember that.
to be creative. If you wanted to do beading, whatever. And we did crafts and arts and stuff Friday to Sunday.
Mhm.
And then I also implemented current events. Like I would quiz them on one or two new items that they learned about what was going on in the world outside of school,
Mhm.
outside of whatever, the normal neighborhood stuff. And I would ask them questions and drill them, on,
Right.
okay, what do you think would be a resolution to these things? I want you to study that, do some research, and come back with some answers. And we'd
Right.
brainstorm and have think tanks like that on current events. And one thing I noticed about not all, but many of the millennials and even the Z generation, they can't speak on a lot of these things that are going on. They can't really articulate it. Not that they don't know and they're not intelligent, but
Mhm.
it's so shocking and overwhelming we need to sit down and have these conversations that and know that as parents and elders or whatever, it's okay to say, hey, look, I'm just baffled by what is going on. Mom, what is this? Dad, hey, could you break this down for me? We got to talk to our babies about these things, and
Right.
open it up at dinner. If you're going on your family walk or bike ride, have a little convo about these things that are going on so they are actually mentally prepared as well as physically prepared, because
Right.
it is a shock. I'm telling you, as tough as I am and as knowledgeable as I think I am, I was shocked. When that was the first hurricane, the first disaster, I was in shock. And it was just natural instinct. Thank God. Had us all the way through. I'm not taking any credit. Just natural instinct because I knew how to swim. You know what I mean? Those muscle memory
Mm-hmm.
things that come back like riding a bike. Same
Right.
thing with current events. You got to make that part of your lifestyle, with your family, and especially the young ones.
Yes, they do. And that's one thing I need to do. And and I, I think it's part of being just fearful from being a child and being to the point where I didn't grow up. With my family, we was poor. Okay, I'm going to just say it. We was very poor, but didn't know it. But we never had a pool, so we would always go to the public pool, and going to the public pool all the time in the summer because it's so hot, and people taking the young kids, the big kids and the grown folks thought it was funny to take the little bitty kids and just throw them off in the deep water. Just pick them up and swing them out there. And that it was so funny to them. And then they play, if they see them that they not making it back, then somebody jump in and get them. By the end, that child is almost drowned. And you're in a poor neighborhood, but I wasn't in a poor neighborhood because it wasn't no neighborhood really. It was the country. I was in the country though. But anyway, I always had a fear. And for me, I always have a swimming pool, or I always had a boat. And I think I had a boat longer than half of my kids been here. We had a big mega boat, not a little kind that you can bring out of the water, the kind you have to keep at the marina, that you can fit a whole 2 families on there and go out. It's not a fishing boat. It's the type of boat you go out, you go to other islands too, and to have that and never know how to swim. I never learned how to swim. And every time we would get in trouble on the boat, I have the fear of God in me. The fear of not God, my fear for my life. And I always would wear and I got so comfortable with being on the boat. No life vest. But until I get in trouble, then I'm running to get my life vest when we're in trouble. But I would walk around on a boat because my son, although he was a kid, Mama, I'm going to save you. And I had this idea, I don't know what, me and my kids, I'm going to save you because they swim like fish. I'm going to save you. We're going to save you. If anything happened, don't worry. We got you. We're going to save you. Because they love to jump off in 100 feet deep water, just sliding off the boat from the sliding board, just going off into the water with no life vest, no nothing. That's just them. And coming up on the other side of the boat or somewhere, popping up somewhere. But I don't know how to swim. And I know with this time, I need to know. And I'm going to learn how. I've been trying to learn for years. We had pools, boats. I just haven't. But this year is the year, and I say it every year, but I'm actually going to learn. I take it up on myself since I'm not broken up or nothing wrong with me right now. Take it up on myself. I'm going to hire somebody to come and teach me versus my kids, because my kids is the one been trying to teach me. So I'm actually going to have somebody to teach me. And because that's one of the things I think in this day and time, I'm going to need. And I have a fear for that.
Because I know it was a stigma and a stereotype about how, back in the day, I'm sure a lot of people heard it, Black people don't know how to swim, you know.
Yes.
Um, and when growing up, I was always teased because I was that fish I was always in the water, loved the water. And once there was in the neighborhood pool, there was an incident like that where, somebody tossed a child into 9 feet of water, and I was the only one who really knew how to swim. So when I went under to grab her out and I dragged her back to the shallow end, all the teasing stopped, because they called me the Oreo, you want to be whatever. And I said, it's not about trying to fit in with other cultures of people, being white or whatever. It's about survival. You never know when an accident can happen in the water. You could just be walking down the pier at the beach, just looking at the water and you slip and fall. Who's going to save you? You have to learn, those techniques, how to breathe, how to, hold your breath for a certain amount of time, and endurance, how to float, how to tread water, and how to do it properly so you don't make yourself too tired. We always put a stigma as Black people on, these are certain things Black people do, certain things white people do. And when it all boils down to it, it doesn't matter what race of people does it or who can't do it. It's just like, it was like I started swim lessons with mine when they were, before they could walk. I taught them how to swim before they could even walk. So now I know, God forbid, if one of them were in trouble or got, pinned underwater, they knew how to save themselves. And it's just something that should be almost like second nature, learning how to swim, because you just never know. Like you like me, wake up 3 hours later, the town known as Fayetteville, North Carolina is underwater. You know what I mean? It's like, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna get out of here?
But
If I didn't know how to swim, we wouldn't have made it.
there are a lot of children that are products of families that did not have access, like, Pinkie them had the public pool, but there are some people that back in the day, parents worked 2 jobs, mama raising 5 or 6 children and daddy on the job, and there's no time for that. Was a luxury. There was no time for that. So my tip is this: if you don't know how to swim and you find yourself in water, if you can just manage to overcome your fear enough to just lay on your back and just float and let the water carry you as close to the shore as you can, that might help. I'm just saying that to give something that somebody can do who don't have a tutor to come and train them to swim, or haven't been swimming since they were little, but we don't know where we might wind up. And you can know how to swim and be hurt and can't swim because you're hurt. But if you can lay down and relax yourself enough, you can float. The water will carry you. It carries trees. It carries boulders. It can carry you if you can relax yourself enough to just mind over matter and let the water, let the waves just carry you on down. And so I just wanted to throw that out there because.
Thank you. That is good. I like that. And I didn't even think of that. And you thought of it, just let your body relax. Because I've floated many times in my pool, but the kids say that's not swimming, Mom.
No, it's not. But it ain't drowning either.
That is true.
Right. You're not under there trapped
I
underwater.
because I love to look up at the stars, because I'll lay back and just get real still and quiet. And how I float, I focus on the stars. My eyes just stay on the stars. And if my kids start talking to me, it distracts me. It's like then I sink. It's like, just let me focus. And I lay back, and then I can just lay there in the dark, in the pool, and just see the stars. Focus on the stars. And then they tell me, Mom, you didn't forget again the next year. But I do it. I start back and I do it again. But that we got to do more. We got to do more. But let's
That's
look at
the
this
start of
and see
learning
what
how
the
to swim, though, Pinky, is floating. That's the first thing that in a lesson that they teach you is how to float first,
flow.
and then your strokes and your breathing come in after that. That's once you get the float down, you in there like Jaws, swimming like a shark.
Swimming like a shark. And you know what? I was floating off one day to the deep end, and I actually called Bella. Bella would not come and save me. She would not. And we tried. Bella won't save nobody but herself. Now, like my son said, if she really thought you was in trouble, she'll probably jump in, but Coda will jump in before Bella. I tell you. But anyway, let me play this next video for us. Okay, so we can Joyce Miles. Oh my Lord. Look at it. A $20 super sticker. Pinkie, my favorite housewife. You love you. You're the best. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. $20 super sticker. Girl, that is something else. Let me play my favorite music. Y'all know what my favorite is. The kids singing. I was doing my dance too. Thank you, Joyce Miles. I had to do my dance on that one. And y'all know I can't dance, but I try my best. But we're going to... my hand hit it this time. But thank you, Joyce Miles. Woman dancing. Oh, my Lord. Thank you. Let's get to this video right quick and see. But every queen and justice, I think we're making the points that you all are making, and everything is right on target. As I say, the CNN information will be down in my description box. Okay, here we go.
On Canada, Mexico, and China set to go into effect tomorrow, barring a last-second change of heart. All those countries now vowing to fight back. Canada announcing retaliatory tariffs of 25% on $30 billion worth of U.S. goods. In 3 weeks, another $125 billion could be added. Mexico plans on announcing what they'll do in a few hours. China promising corresponding countermeasures. Canada also going a step further by taking some U.S. products off store shelves and vowing to boycott other products.
There are many ways for you to do your part. It might mean checking the labels at the supermarket and picking Canadian-made products. It might mean opting for Canadian rye over Kentucky bourbon, or foregoing Florida orange juice altogether.
Foregoing Florida orange juice. Joining us now to discuss, Jason Furman, former chairman of the Council of Economic Advisors. Sir, good morning to you. Thanks so much for being here.
I don't know why that is doing that. Let me get rid of this right quick until that ad plays off. Okay, here we're back.
Good morning.
Let's just start with the impact of this. I mean, we've been watching Dow futures, for example, all morning, down around 500 points. Now it's 600 points. There you can see the other markets, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ.
I may have some information for you all in just a second. I'm just trying to get, okay, I'm just trying to get a confirmation.
Okay.
Okay.
Savings. And by the way, the markets are not fully pricing in these tariffs. They still think they might go away. They might go away quickly. If they last, it's going to be even more. The one market that's gone up is oil prices. They're up enough that they're going to make it cost you an extra 80 cents to fill the tank of your car. And again, that could go higher.
So what impact does this have? And what's the difference between, and maybe you can help us understand why Canada is facing 25%, whereas China, the tariff is at 10%, obviously an adversary versus an ally?
I don't think anyone can help you with that question. I mean, it just boggles the mind. You say it's fentanyl, they say it's fentanyl. 40 pounds came over the border from Canada to the United States. A bunch of fentanyl went from the United States to Canada. By the way, those are tiny numbers compared to what you're seeing on the Mexican border. Canada's an incredibly close ally. And it's not just that products are going to become more expensive. It's going to be really hard, for example, for American auto companies to keep their plants open if this trade war continues and escalates.
Jason, tariffs have been used by both Democratic and Republican administrations in recent years. I mean, President Biden did not undo some of the tariffs that Donald Trump had put into place. This is a tool that in a post-NAFTA America and the populism that has resulted from that is not necessarily always unpopular with American consumers. Is there a role for tariffs? And if so, what do you think that is?
Yeah, so this is just at a completely different scale. President Biden added tariffs on $18 billion of stuff. This is $1.4 trillion of stuff. So this is about 100 times more extensive than the tariffs that President Biden did. And it is true that you couldn't quite see the price increases from the Trump tariffs. The Biden ones even less, because many of them weren't on consumer goods or were delayed. Here, people will see it. People are already getting notices from some of the businesses they deal business with that their prices are going up because of these tariffs. You're going to see job loss if these tariffs continue. I think this is going to be the moment when people figure out that a globally integrated economy is good for them both as consumers and as workers.
Hey guys,
Vanessa Yurkevich is with us now.
Let me see how
prices the Americans pay.
Let me just say this right quick. Let me pull that down. Before I say anything, tell y'all, did Queen or Justice, did y'all want to say anything about this little video that I played, or did you want me to go ahead and tell y'all what I need to tell you?
Go ahead and tell us what you need to tell us.
Okay. Whew. Then after I tell y'all what I need to tell you, it's 1 hour and 48 minutes into the live. We're going to be, because I want to do, I got some information I need to go check into. I don't know whether I'm going to go live or whether I'm going to do a pre-recorded and just put it all out there and pre-record it and release it. Destiny, let me just pull it up so I'll make sure.
Oh, Lord.
Huh?
I just said, oh, Lord. Oh.
And anytime anybody say that woman's name, it's just some some mess going on, huh? I had to get confirmation that I could bring it to you from my source. I heard this earlier today. I've been knowing since woke up this morning. I don't wake up until lunchtime, 11 and 12, I think. But anyway, I've been knowing for a while. And I think I mentioned a little something, but I kept saying allegedly. But Destiny, I'm just going to say allegedly right now until I do my video. I'm going to make a video in just a minute about it. Okay. Destiny Payton lost custody of her daughter. No, her son. I mean, oh Lord, her son. The judge did want to speak to the child. Okay. Destiny may be facing some jail time. There's things that Destiny didn't do or supposed to do that she didn't do. She's just like Martell, the demon boy. So my source, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that information up and get it going. So that's about thank you for supporting the Pink House. So we're going to, there's a lot of content creators I don't know, because I haven't been looking. Maybe somebody may already have pulled it up and talking about it. I don't know. But I don't have time to look because I'm getting ready to get on this internet and go to the major source so I can make y'all get this stuff straight. Okay?
Well, I tell you one thing, Miss Pinkie, if it's true, it follows the course. As soon as they attack Mel, something happened to him.
Checkmate. Oh, you're right. Didn't she come at Mel too hard?
Yes,
and
she
all this
did.
outlandish lies.
Yes, yes, yeah.
I don't know
ugly.
between the two, Destiny and the Demon. I can't say which one is worse with the crap that they slung at Melody
I think
and
they're
her
really brother and sister in the spirit on being demons.
Yes, neck and neck. There's no,
Yeah.
I can't say which one is worse. They're kind of even Steven at the moment
Yeah,
with their
yeah.
disgustingness.
Mhm.
Destiny she gives me hives, like she makes my stomach turn.
Oh, but I'm saying allegedly. So, oh Lord.
God bless LeBaric and
something
Little
pops up.
Law.
Yeah,
God bless.
I was just finna say the only good thing about it, the baby's safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
God bless that father and his son, because he fought hard for his baby. And I'm so relieved that that child will now be properly loved and taken care of.
Right. Because he can actually show evidence, court records where she's been doing wrong.
I bet you.
He can show where she's been.
I bet you when if he played that tape of that little fella telling her, "Don't unalive me, don't unalive me," that did it right there.
Oh my God!
Because that's what he was telling her. Don't unalive me, don't unalive me. Like she had been threatening her.
Oh.
Oh.
That's scary for a child to say that to you.
To their mother. To their mother.
Yeah.
To the mother.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yes, ma'am. So she had to be done told him that I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And he said, "Don't unalive me, don't unalive me." All he had to do is play that for the. That's why they somebody read a document where the judge had ordered them to bring the child to the court. And I said to myself then, that child, if it's asked to come to the court, the same way, the same way with Melanie children, that child has a representative in that court that's going to talk to that child, going to ask questions.
That child had to speak, or they wanted to speak to the child.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And he's telling everything. I don't tell him what all he done saw up in there. And you don't tell him what all he done saw up in there, because everybody say how bad she treat her father. So if you can treat an elderly person, your dad, in a certain negative way, I don't put nothing past you.
That is true.
Yeah. Yeah. Destiny and Coleslaw are hand in hand as well with the mothering. They don't, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, neither one of them deserve that title of mother. That's just my opinion.
Lord, but I hope it's true. For the baby's sake, I hope it's true.
I do too. I hope it's true for the baby's sake, because I don't think that child needs to be with her, because she is around a person that already do things to his own child.
Thank
you. Own child's mother.
Thank
if he
you.
can do that and she can co-sign on that stuff, and then she can co-sign on what Coleslaw do to her child and still be friends, she don't need to be around nobody's kids.
Nope.
But every time, every one of them that have come against Melanie Cherie Rogers, something happens, and it don't take long.
Don't take long.
So, Kimmy, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm.
That's what he said. I'll continue
to have clean hands. If you gonna come for me, you and dig a hole, you better dig too. Because I'm God's chosen. Okay.
Thank you.
So Kimmy is next.
She getting hers. Look at her. Have you looked upside her head? She's getting hers. Hers is going to be slow and wicked.
Yes.
It's just going to be slow. It's going to be real slow. You can see it all upside her head, all in her face, all in her eyes, in her bosom when she got that little dress on. and her breast down to her navel. It's just gonna be a slow demise for her.
Yeah.
I love that you said down in her neighborhood.
Kimmy is so passive aggressive and facetious. You know,
She's
she's so calculated with her envy and jealousy and her, her
Thank you,
cattiness.
Linda, for coming
It's
back.
just, it's like a stealthiness about her that sneaks up on you with that evil
Well,
spirit
I
that
tell
she
you,
always is regurgitating off onto Mel.
my problem with her is this. She is over vulnerable people. She say she's a nurse. So you're over vulnerable people. And if you have that in you that you can tolerate a man belittling, stripping a woman of her respect, of her honor, and this woman is his wife and the mother of his, if you can co-sign on that, I feel sorry for the patients who can't fight for themselves, who can't say she hit me, she did this, she did that. I worry about the patients.
All right now.
You know what, Justice? I agree with what you're saying, and because if a woman that's been beaten so bad and ends up in the hospital, and she ends up that person's nurse. I know she's a reject, though, so she ain't in no hospital. She's a reject. But if she's in a hospital, just say, and that woman thinking she's safe and want to tell that nurse because that person that did that to her is not in the room right now.
Yeah.
She's gonna back that ninja all the way. She'll tell that woman, "Don't worry, you got to stay with your man. Don't worry about it. Things will get better. Just be quiet. Just do this. Do like I do." Somebody want,
and you know the other kicker to that is Kimmy, as a healthcare provider, because I was a nurse, I retired. You're a mandated reporter as long as you hold the Hippocratic oath. It doesn't matter if your license is valid and active or not. Once you take the oath as a provider, a civil servant, you're sworn to protect life. You didn't report hotel for the stuff that she hung out with them just like her husband did before the RP. Okay.
She showed no mercy for Kiki. Come on now.
How come she didn't report these things?
Makes good sense. Why don't they ever show her working as a nurse? That would be a great thing. All these things, not once have we seen her.
I went to school with
working.
I went to school with young ladies that had on white. Oh, they were so. Oof, this looked like an angel. Had on white shoes, the white stockings, the little white long coat. We loved back then to wear the long white coat. Put your little ID hanging off of it, and look at that nurse. Look at that angel of mercy. She was a nurse's aide. No hypocritical oath. Just learn how to take some blood pressure. Learn how to take the pulse. Nurse's aide. Wasn't even certified back then. Just nurse's aide. So I got a feeling that hypocritical oath don't even fit in her vocabulary. I got a feeling you're a nurse's aide and calling yourself a nurse.
And the things that she said about Mel on that stage, a nurse wouldn't do that. That's breaking a nurse. Oh, I'm not a nurse. I can call her anything I want to because I'm not the nurse. She is. Oh, Lord.
Why wouldn't she? Now, let me ask you this question. This here will tell you if she's a nurse or not. Forget everything that we think about it.
Okay.
As a woman who is a nurse in a medical facility, where your coworkers know that you're on national platform TV, and for you to show yourself drunk in a pool sucking on a woman's ear, come on now, that tells you everything. What nurse? What nurse? No nurse would risk their license, would risk going back to work the next week. And your coworkers, you working with doctors, you working with no, ma'am.
That's true. That's true,
No,
because
ma'am.
there's a code of ethics that we have to follow. Even like now, back when I was doing it, there was no internet. But as far as public display and how you present yourself to the public. Now, social media, it's certain ways you can post certain
No
things on
hospital,
social media.
no
If they
hospital gonna
get
let
you,
you represent them like that. No hospital worth
exactly.
their salt is gonna let you represent them like that on national TV. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Nurses aid, nurses aid.
Or even like a LPN,
I told
something,
you she's a
you
reject.
know,
Didn't
I
I
mean,
tell
it's
you?
been rumored that she was up into administration. She was like assistant DON somewhere. That's
Secretary,
where she, yeah, somewhere,
dispatcher,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
ambulance caller, dispatcher.
You already, yeah, you feel what I'm saying,
No
Pastor? You
license
already know.
required. No
Come
license
on,
required. No, ma'am.
the charge nurse, if you will, the
The
organizer.
United States Postal Service hold postal
Okay.
carriers more responsible than she being held on national TV representing the medical field taking the hypocritical oath. Come on now, y'all not that
Come
slow.
on.
We are critical thinkers. No, ma'am.
Critical thinkers. That's why
No,
I
ma'am.
told y'all, I've been telling you, she's a reject. That's
Thank
the kind of nurse that you can't do much to. That's the kind of nurse that just sit behind a desk at the nursing home.
A paper
Never
pusher.
in a white coat. Never. We've never, all this time, never in a white coat. Never with a badge. Never on your way driving to work. Never. What
Now,
kind of
I'm gonna
nurse
play
is that?
devil's
Man, I
advocate a
just
little
got
bit.
off work and maybe
There
we cook
was
dinner.
a one
Never.
episode. I don't know if y'all remember this one, where she was in her scrubs and she was on the way out the door.
I
It was
got
a
some
quick.
scrubs. I got some.
Y'all want me to
You
go buy
can
me a
buy
pair
them
so
on
I can put
every
them on?
corner. They're on every corner. That's
I
it.
can
Get
buy
them from the Salvation
They got a
Army.
And guess what,
Walmart.
Queen Common Sense? You don't even have to have a license to buy them.
That's right. That's
Anybody
right.
can buy some
Y'all
scrubs.
want me to go up to Walmart and buy a pair so I can pretend like I'm Kimmy and put on some scrubs and say,
And
I'm
put
Kimmy.
a little cheap stethoscope around your neck.
Yeah,
Throw a little,
Yeah.
little
yeah.
lanyard. Throw your little lanyard with your blank piece of paper in there like it's
Ain't
your
never
ID.
heard her on the phone talking to a coworker.
Never.
Never showed her walking into a medical facility. Come on now.
Never. And don't know nobody that's a nurse. You don't have no friends that are a nurse. Only friends
Thank
you
you.
got is hoes.
And all the little put together black seminars and all that. Ain't nobody in the town, small as it is, that came to nothing that you've been the nurse for.
Right.
None of your patients ever work. None never go to the expo. None never came to Black. Nowhere, no how. Come on now.
Nowhere.
And let me
Something's
tell you
wrong.
something about that type of community love. It was like, for me, and I'm not bragging, I'm just speaking facts. So don't take this the wrong way. I could not go anywhere without being recognized in my hometown in Chicago, because it was somebody that I either pulled a slug out of, somebody's baby I delivered, somebody's elderly mother that I had helped to resuscitate. It was somebody that recognized me for my bedside manner, even in civvy clothes. I would go to the grocery store. I would have to like duck down so I could hurry up and get in and get out, because people would stop me and be like, hey, I remember you did this for my son. He was in prison and got shanked up. You sold him back together for me. You were so sweet to him. You know, he's the devil walking. Thank you for being nice to my baby. It was always something. God bless you. People were sending me flowers to the place where I work. People would even find my home address, send me Christmas cards, cookies, peonies. I was always given some type of love. And like I said, I'm not bragging, but a nurse, a civil servant,
An angel
they
of mercy.
always got some type of something in their arms that one of their former patients have given them.
Right.
I've had people walk up and put money in my hand and be like, I love you. Thank you. Don't ask why. Just take this from me. This is my love for you, for what you helped for my loved one.
Well, my problem is she asked too many questions to be a nurse. Remember when they went to that little thing and she gonna get the rejuvenation in the tutu? Do it. Can you do this? Can you do that?
A nurse would know all them questions.
Exactly.
She acts
Exactly.
like she's not one. She asks questions like a
Non-medical inclined person. Yeah, exactly. Something
And she
wrong
let
with
her
that bitch.
husband talk to her like he's a nurse.
Yeah.
Like it's your whatever he was telling about her libido and all
It's
this
in
shit
her
stuff.
mind. It's in your mind. That's what he said. It's in
And
your
why did she
mind.
throw that nurse card on him?
What
'Cause she ain't
card?
no nurse.
What card? The library card? What card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All she
Yes.
said
Yes.
was it's a medicine and it's written in a textbook that it affects you differently
Thank
about the
you.
medication. What? It's like
Yeah.
I'll be like, fool, I'm a nurse, I'm a practitioner of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna try to force me to have my body be ready to do something it's not ready to do naturally?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That would have been right there. If I'm fighting something like that, and
But
my husband is that insane, yeah, I'm sorry, we gonna be in divorce court.
We're gonna
Judge
be in
Lynn
it
told her.
on camera because I'm getting ready to shade you on camera, nigga. Oh, did I say that?
thank you.
Ninja. Oh, we said ninja. I didn't mean to say that. Oh my Lord.
Because you could see her. I don't know if I know the impasse in the room hear me, but I could see part of her soul break in that scene on that bike ride. Every time that man came for her about intimacy and how insensitive he was, Kimmy holds everything in her eyes and in her mouth. When she's hurt, she goes off into this distant stare, slow blink expression on her face. He is slowly robbing her of her soul with that mess.
She ain't got robbed.
Well, I would say Robin, but she's giving him her soul because
Giving it
she
to her
has a
now,
choice.
really. To you.
She has a
She don't
choice.
have a soul no more.
She talks so loud and bold to Mel. Well, stand on business. So I don't think he robbing her at all. I think
I
she's saying,
think he
"Here's
put
my
her up
soul,
to it.
take it."
No, I
Now
think
she
he put
is.
her up to that because she was too bold. That ain't her to be that bold. And I think she knew if she didn't say what he told her to say and how to come at her, she was like that when she got there. She was all riled up. So that let me know somebody riled your butt up and probably gave you something to get you all riled up.
She loud and
And
drunk.
knowing that if you don't bring your butt home, you come home and you didn't do the job that I told you to do. Oh,
What he told her is, Tisha is taking up for Marceau, and you ain't saying nothing for me. I don't. You
Yeah.
don't love me like she loved him. Oh, he played her real good. So she
he
had to
put
come in
her
there and
married
Yeah,
prove.
because
on the
he did the
line. Let her
same
know that there's other
he did the
women out
same
there
gaslighting
that I
technique
can
on her.
get besides your
Yep,
dried up
yep.
butt. Now say that, Queen. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I just had to throw
Because he
that
did
dried
that
up
same
butt in there.
technique at the couples retreat with Dr.
Uh-huh.
Francis. Oh, my wife doesn't want to give me what I want on this
Uh-huh.
trip and this and that. This is not for that. We're not going here to have
Uh-huh.
a roll in the hay. It's not a getaway. It's not a romantic getaway. This is something to try to enhance and strengthen and fortify our marriage, you idiot. And that's all you can think of is your extremities down there.
Because that's the only reason he married. So he could have a free piece whenever he wanted, 5-6 times
That's
a day.
it.
That's it.
That's it.
Wasn't no love involved. It was, are you willing to roll over and take it? Yes. Well, then all right.
The same thing. He ain't not apologized, not one time for that. I don't care how many platforms and how many interviews he do. This ninja still have never apologized or made anything right. And she still sits there like she's a duck on a log and like she's afraid that somebody's getting ready to pick her off, aiming right at her.
Well, she been conditioned now, Pinkie. She's in a whole nother world now. She been conditioned. She been hearing that pillow talk, that noonday talk, that midnight talk, the black talk, the white talk, the beach talk, the pool talk. She conditioned. She ain't even herself no more. She whoever he say she is.
No matter
He
what we
wore her
say
down
out
quickly.
here, she cannot hear us because she is so, like you said, so conditioned, and her mind is like those women that are in these cults, they can't hear nothing but what the leader says. And no matter what anybody out there in that world says, that don't matter. It matters what he says. And I got to do what he wants me to do and how he wants me to do it. And if I don't, I'm in trouble.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Queen.
Any woman can walk away from her own child.
Exactly. And then another thing that comes to my mind is the last episode with the vow renewal ceremony and when Pastor passed out. Where was she? Where I don't know. It for me, even now in my older years, I'm 53. Whenever I see someone in distress, I'm on my way. I don't care if it's a car accident. I don't care if it's a little kid in the middle of the street that fell, scraped their knee. I don't care if it's an elderly person that can't quite get up the steps. I'm there. You know, and my husband, you know, he might be a lot of bad things, but one thing he used to tell me, because, you know, Chicago, we all know how it is out there. He's like, you know what? You know, I still worry when you do that, because you can be trying to help someone, and if they're injured or whatever, and say, you know, you're trying to assist them and maybe something happens, or, you know, they get a twinge of pain, and then they want to turn around and either physically harm you or sue you, you know, because you're not technically on duty. And he was like, I really just would, you know, ask that you be careful how you approach it. Because, you know, I used to live 15 minutes away from the highway, and that's a toll road, and it's 18 lanes of traffic, 9 each way. And you see an accident like you see a bird flying in the air. So whenever I see a car piled up or a flipped car, I'm parking, I'm jumping out. And he would be like, no, you know, like, wait. I'm like, these people that, you know, it's smoking. We got to do something. We can't just keep driving, right? And he's like, stop, just wait. Let's see if rescue's coming first. If nobody's coming, then we'll go check. You know, even animals, like he'd be like, don't go out there. Don't do that. It's the middle of the night. We don't have enough light. Where was she? You know what I mean? I don't know if it's just me, but it's something in me that I can't stop myself when I see someone in distress.
She's in distress. But we ain't
so I don't
her.
Yeah, that nurse crap, I didn't believe it from day one. I was being facetious when I was talking about her scrubs. I really don't believe she's a nurse, because that lanyard, that stethoscope, and them scrubs just didn't add up to me.
Right.
But I don't believe it. I believe like she's something a little bit lower. She might even be like a physician's assistant or something like that.
She might be
You know, a medical assistant.
She could be a bill coder. They wear uniforms in the dentist's office and at different medical facilities. Everybody wears scrubs. You in there doing the computer, doing them billings, sending out bills and stuff. Because she has no empathy. If you don't, you cannot be in the medical field for real, and not have empathy for somebody who's having a mental breakdown. Kiki was having a mental breakdown. Mel was going through hell and high water, and this woman felt nothing for these women. No, ma'am, not a nurse. My opinion. Period.
And when everybody would sit around at table and be talking about Kiki, not once did she even sit down or drop down on her knees and say what she was going through. That this she is on. She's been. She's in treatment, and she's this, and she's, I forgot the medication and this, and
opioids and all this kind of stuff.
She just sat her big lazy butt up there and did nothing.
I have to talk about. He had the shakes at the barbecue. Kimmy was like, well, Kiki had the shakes. I gave her a hug and she had the shakes and was sweaty. First of all, that day it had to have been about 100 degrees. Everybody was sweating. And secondly, you're a nurse. You're a trained professional.
Watching them in that yard.
Exactly. You can't tell when someone is dope sick versus just nervous, because I would have been nervous too. You know, my cousin is acting a fool. I'm outnumbered here. You know what I'm saying? I'm invited. I'm showing up. Okay, what's getting ready to pop off? Because I know when I hold stuff and I have a lot to say, and I'm being dragged for being quiet and trying to be civil, I shake too. I'm gonna start shaking and sweating like, okay, now what am I gonna have to deal with this time? The
What am I
cameras are
have to do
rolling.
to these people? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That made
Mhm.
me sick to my stomach when she said that about Kiki. Like she had the shakes. Like, what are you really trying to say?
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah,
That's
that's her.
disgusting.
That's the nurse.
That's the
That's the
nurse.
nurse.
That's the yes. But we're going to be closing. We're at 2 hours and 16 minutes, and I need to get on this
Okay.
what's
Destiny
her name?
stuff. That Dusty.
Yeah, that destiny stuff. We got to get
Uh-huh.
on that. Oh Lord, oh
Oh,
Okay.
this one's
Lord.
gonna be good too.
You know
That was
what?
gonna be
This
an
is a
amazing one
popcorn
too.
and bring your own drink, Mama. Bring your popcorn
Yeah.
and your own drink and come comfortable and some pajamas. Because this is the kind of news you celebrate. To celebrate
Yeah.
the Barry. It's a
Yeah.
celebration. Somebody got to celebrate for him because those other people ain't gonna do it on her side. So somebody got to
I
celebrate.
want you to confirm it, Pinky. And when you confirm it, we just gonna go maybe do a little history over her life. Maybe just go back and
Yes,
just
I will.
review her life. Remind her
Mm-hmm.
where she come from, since she's so busy
Come
worried
from
about
Dallas,
Mel.
Texas.
This is the
Right.
prime textbook example of you reap what you sow.
Thank you.
When you do it to a speak.
She tried to help Hotel separate Melanie from her children.
Yes,
In
she
it.
did.
Yes,
And
she
it
did.
Look what
backfired
happened.
on her. Now
She
she
was
got separated
encouraging
from her.
him. She was supporting him and everything he was doing against Mel and her children. And now, if this is true,
Mm-hmm.
hallelujah, hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
God is good. God
Yes,
is
he is. Yes,
good.
he is.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he's a just judge. He's a just judge.
He's a
Mhm. Yes, ma'am. So, Pinky, please confirm.
huh?
Please confirm and let us know.
I will. You know I will.
Yes,
Because
we're
then
gonna be
I'm not gonna
waiting.
say allegedly. When you hear me when I don't say allegedly, that means Pinky must know something I don't know.
But
Because
I
she ain't
want you
saying
to do it,
allegedly.
Pinky. I want you to do a live when you confirm. When you find out, go live.
Okay, I will.
Go live so
I
we can
will.
be there
You know
till
me,
7 in
I'll
the
drop a
morning.
live at 10 o'clock. Y'all know me. It can be 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I'll drop a live in a heartbeat.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, y'all know me. So let me go and get this confirmed. And get my
Okay.
husband
All
to put
right.
all this stuff up. I got to get him to put this stuff back together for me in the
All
back.
right,
Love
Pinky.
you,
Thank
ladies,
you.
and thanks again, Pinky, for an amazing gathering powwow. Love you both.
Queen,
Thank
before
you. Love you,
you go,
Queen.
one maybe on our next, whenever we figure out a way, I don't know much about computer type stuff, but I want to talk with you one-on-one and get your help on something.
From
Absolutely.
Queen?
Absolutely.
The queen.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I want to talk with you, and I don't know how to get my number to you or get your number to me or whatever. However, do you on a DM or something?
Here, I'll
You can
put
put it
mine
up in
in
the
the
private chat
I'll
when
put
just
mine
you
in the
and
back
her.
chat. I'll put my cell phone number.
Right. We have what we call a private chat, Justice, and the only person can see it is the three of us. And so if you put it in there, she can go in there and get it, and then we can delete it right away.
Okay. How do I go in there and get
You
it?
just
I
tell
don't
me you
really.
So
put it
I'm
in there.
putting my cell phone. Justice,
Okay. Bye-bye, guys. Love you.
if you go to the private chat tab on the left column,
Private check.
you'll see my cell phone number.
Okay.
I'm
I don't
sorry,
see
on the right
private.
column. On the right column. On the right column, you see private chat, comments, and do you see that?
No, I don't.
Are you on
I'm
a
on
cell phone
the.
or a computer?
I'm on my cell phone. I have to be on a computer.
No.
Did you want me
So
to?
on the,
Let me ask you this question. You want me to text it to Queen for you? Well, nobody have it.
It doesn't matter. I just wanted to get in contact with her. I don't know how to do it.
Can you see it?
yeah, you can if you have Justice's number, Pinky, you can text her my number.
I think Justice is in my DM. I can DM it to you, can I, Justice?
I don't know, Miss Pinkie. When I tell you I don't know nothing about this stuff, I don't. So I don't know, but I can get to you and put my number in to you, Miss Pinkie. I can do that.
Okay.
That'll work. Either way,
Okay.
whichever one.
Yeah, that means I go to Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Open up
Okay.
your Instagram app and go to your DMs.
Okay. And I'll
And
get it
then,
to you, Miss Pinkie.
yeah.
Or you, Miss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
All
I'll
right.
make
You can
sure
do the
Queen's
same
good.
with me. I'm under Queen Common Sense on IG as well. So just if you want to, whatever's easier for
Okay,
you,
well, I'm
I'm on
gonna give it to Miss Pinkie and you if I can get through to it.
All right. Not a problem. That'll
Okay.
work.
All right. Thank you, Miss
Okay.
Pinkie. I enjoyed this.
All right, I did too. This
Same.
was, thank you, y'all, for bringing this information up during the last live.
Yes,
Thank you,
ma'am.
guys. But we're getting ready to do some hot stuff now. We're going to be
Oh, yeah.
sipping and drinking and having fun. We're going to be rocking. Y'all got to excuse me. I be eating on so much candy sitting at my desk. I be hyped up. I'm telling you.
That's
I'll
all
stay hyped
good.
up.
You have such beautiful energy, both of you ladies. It's
You
always
too,
a pleasure
baby.
and an honor to be around like-minded
Thank you.
people who
Yeah.
are always willing to
And it just feels so
share.
good over here, don't it, Queen?
Yeah,
It just feels
it
good.
really helps. Yeah, it
Yeah.
helps a lot. You know, I'm an isolated person. I've
Me
isolated
too.
myself from a lot.
Me too.
And when I come over here with you guys, it's always uplifting. I feel human again, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
We live in such a, we live in such a one-dimensional protection mode. You got to be careful
Mhm.
when you go out. You got to watch
Yeah.
this. You got to watch your words. You got to be
Yeah.
careful.
Yeah. When we come to the
And
pink
when
house,
you
we can let our hair down.
let the hair down, let them locks hang. Yeah. So
Get your hair down. I may not even wear my hat this
All right, baby. I'm
time.
gonna get off here, Miss Pinkie.
I'm
I'm
not
gonna get off
gonna
here
have
and
my
go
hat
to
on
this
this time.
Instagram.
See, let me
Oh,
model my
okay.
hat. Y'all see, I'm modeling my hat.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that hat.
It's
That's
cute.
so cute.
Thank you.
All right,
Anyway,
I'm gone. I'll put my number in, y'all, if I can find.
Okay.
all right.
All right.
All right, babies. Good
All
night.
right. Bye-bye.
Love,
Love
love.
you guys.
Blessings.
Bye bye.
Blessings. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to go. And I'm going to go and get the information that we all are looking for. Okay? So, and then I'll come back so we can talk about it. Okay? Thank you, guys. On your way out the door, can you make sure you hit the like button and subscribe? If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. Bye-bye. I'm trying to get out of here myself, guys. Oh, Lord.